Chapter 1092, The Tyrant Attacking the Holy Lands Incident. Chapter cover, Jinbei is swimming with some remora fish attached to him. The chapter begins with Kuma arriving at the Marigua. Some guards seem to get in his way, but Kuma uses Urus shock to eliminate them. Some heavenly dragons were also injured. Akainu appears to be confronting him. Akainu! What are you doing here, Kuma? Akainu says in his mind, what would an unconscious doll like Kuma do in Marigua? Akainu fights against Kuma. Akainu melted part of Kuma's face. I think one of Kuma's legs was also melted, but I'm not 100% sure. He was melted using Bigao, Hellhounds, which is the same attack he used against Whitebeard. Kuma doesn't defend himself. He runs and then disappears. Some of the celestial dragons yell at Akainu for failing to capture Kuma. Marigua's nutritional reserves also appear to be minimal. We see a little flashback that happened after Akainu captured Bonnie 2 years ago. The scene continues from chapter 595. Akainu told Bonnie that her father underwent these modifications, and he was satisfied and agreed with the matter. Back to the present. We go to Egghead Island. Kizaru versus Luffy in Snake Man mode. They fight through several pages of the chapter. Kizaru has light on both hands and blocks all of Luffy's attacks with his arms. They both appear to use armament haki. They don't use any new attack. Kizaru. The fight is very difficult, as expected from a man who defeated Kaido. Kizaru flies too far from Egghead Island to launch his next attack. Kizaru. Speed is power. Kizaru then returns to Egghead and kicks Luffy with full force. Luffy then flies off and crashes into the robot Vega Force Era 1, completely destroying the robot. Frankie is still at the robot. We can see the Freeman from the chapter in a flashback of Vegapunk, showing Kizaru the robot Vega Force Era 1. Luffy's ship is fine because it hit the clouds. Bonnie attacks Kizaru. Kizaru. You've grown so much. Don't make me hurt so many people I know during this mission. Bonnie was kicked by Kizaru and crashed into Egghead's barrier. Kizaru goes to the middle of the control room on the laboratory floor, right next to Vegabank. In the last double page of the chapter, Giant Luffy in Gear 5 mode appears above them. The ceiling of the control room has been destroyed indeed, and holds Kizaru in his giant hand. Vegapunk, Nami, Usopp, Atlas, and Edison were shocked and had their eyeballs pop out of their faces. Kizaru has a normal face. At the end of the chapter, the old robot's eyes start flashing and it starts working after hearing Nika Luffy's heartbeat. Support us by subscribing if you like the clip.